Good morning and welcome to the best show on the planet.
Come on, isn't it true? Testify.
It's the Treva and Kevin show.
We are so glad. It's exciting to be here taping in Nashville, Tennessee. You know, when I think about this, it gets me fired up coming to the great music city.
Amen. I love it. And you know, Kevin, people are asking, what is today's show about?
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, it's about a heart of gold.
Yes.
And we're talking about homelessness today because it is a problem that plagues our community. It's
growing and growing and growing.
Every day.
And what can we do about it?
Yes.
Well, we have a person here today who is doing something about it, Kevin.
Amen.
Please welcome our guest, Tony Carter.
Tony, my pleasure.
It's truly mine.
It's good to see
Hey,
you.
Tony.
So, Tony, give us the briefing. What are you doing? Who are you?
I'm Tony Carter, the founder and outreach coordinator of the Homeless Task Force, which originated in 2007 here in Nashville. It allowed me to see a big picture and be able to go back home and deal with, although it's a smaller picture, still a problem.
Yes.
But it allowed me to really be set up to be able to help handle that situation.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing what I see on a day-to-day basis.
All right, tell the viewing audience, tell Treva.
Yes.
She and I, we don't get, you know, we really live in different worlds. Today, it's broadcasting in thousands and thousands of homes.
Right.
So give us a little insight into what the real world is, the streets out there are.
What we deal with on a day-to-day basis, we ride around all day long.
Okay.
That's our job. Our office is outside.
When it's hot?
When it's hot.
Is it hot?
It's hot.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know,
when it's raining?
when it's raining, it's wet. When it's cold, it's cold.
Yes,
Oh, I
that's
know.
right.
So
And the
that's
elements.
vivid.
And people are living out in these elements. They're forced to live out, some of them. A lot of them is the lack of knowledge
Yes.
about getting services or where they can go or the criteria that organizations have. And God has allowed me to research a lot of the organizations to find out, okay, do I need to send them there?
Well, you know, when you said it's about knowledge, it's still amazing how many people you could help if they just knew where the help was,
Right.
or if they knew that
That's
there is
right.
help available.
That's
so that's
right.
the power of the show today, of trying to make all of us aware and teach our volunteers. So you've got the floor,
That's right.
Tony.
Well, you know, knowledge is power. And when you have power, you can do things.
Yes.
And so we just really try and share what we learn from the organizations.
He talks like a lawyer. You
To
know,
be
that's
able-
what the lawyers
I
are
love
always saying.
it. I
Knowledge
love
is
it.
power.
I
That's
love it.
Go ahead, Tony.
And we try and empower individuals with the knowledge. We gain it, we share it, and God has blessed us to be able to go out and be able to do what it is that the organization does.
Now, what would you say is the age number of the individuals that you are helping that's out there on the streets?
I have clients that range from 18 years old to the oldest one that I had the pleasure of helping get in an apartment who's 80.
Oh, my.
And it varies with situations. And male, female, you know, there are different issues that make people homeless.
Yes.
You know, Tony, one of the things that I think you brought to light to me while we were talking earlier, so many people have a little income, but it's not enough to make things work. So how do you help them?
Well, we try, and like you were saying, a lot of people don't know that they're able to get SSI.
Yes.
And you know, they need some steady income. They can't work. We try and work with agencies in the city along with businesses. Sometimes it's a menial job,
Yes.
but it's a job. It works on their self-esteem.
Come on.
You know, it gives them cash flow, you know, and then all these things start growing,
Yes.
and they have self-respect again, dignity, pride.
Come on.
And all those things are very important to somebody changing their life.
You know, I got to
Absolutely.
say
I love
this.
it.
We have people come in, you know, the law office, and you say, well, have you applied for your Social Security disability?
Oh, wow.
And they said, well, I didn't know I could.
That's right.
And so they just needed a helping hand. And then a lot of times,
There you are.
for years
That's
and
what
years
Tony's
and years,
doing.
they can get back pay, and there's lots of
Absolutely.
things.
Yeah, and we try and encourage them and get them on a level-headed thought pattern, if you will.
Well, we are back.
Yes, it did a great day to be here with you, Treva.
I'm telling you, we had a great show with Tony Carter earlier, that segment about homeless, the situation. And I'm telling you, there's enough work to be done. Well, we're excited because we have another person on our show today, and he has a heart of gold.
Yeah.
Right, Kevin?
Boy, now, you know, he might ask me to sing with him today.
Oh,
if we could just push him just a little bit.
Okay,
you know,
yes.
You'd like that. I'm really a better dancer than I'm a singer.
That's
but, you know.
right. Well, he's here to talk about his Recovery Fest.
Yes,
he's a
exciting.
Stellar nominated. He's an artist, traveled all over the world. I have the pleasure of knowing him, and so do you, Kevin.
It's
so
exciting.
welcome our friend, Pastor Wess Morgan.
Wes, good to see
are
you
you,
today.
sir?
God bless you
Hi.
as always.
Great
He's
to
a
see you.
thrill just to be
I
around. He
know.
brings in a
Don't
breath
you feel
of
the
fresh
energy?
Absolutely.
The energy is just high.
Well,
So-
you guys have a lot of energy too.
I know,
so
too much. It's the coffee.
Yeah.
But I want him to sing with me one time, but I'll
We're
hold that
gonna
off
do
for a
it.
little later.
We're
Praise
going to
the
do it.
Lord.
We just need to plan something. Maybe at Recovery Fest you come and I'll get you up there to sing a note with me.
I'd like that.
Oh, my.
Okay, tell us today about who you are and the Recovery Fest. Go
Well,
ahead, Wes.
I'm Wess Morgan, and I'm a recording artist, but a business owner. Just, you know, I love God. God has just miraculously turned my life around. You know, I at one time didn't have two pennies to rub together, and now God has blessed me with a very successful record label and recording, writing, acting. We're trying to do as much as we can,
I know.
like you say,
I
wide
like
open,
that.
wide open.
You know, when I see you and I heard your testimony when we were doing a conference before, man, what you were in the prison with us
Yep.
and sang and
Yes.
gave his
You
talent.
ministered,
That was a
yes.
great day.
Was it a great
Lives
day?
Great
and souls
day.
were touched.
They were touched. It's never been the same. And I heard you that one time, and I said, "Wow, what a man! Why'd you have to walk to the valley?" But now we're out of the
Yeah,
valley.
you know, I just celebrated 9 years clean from cocaine.
Wow.
And I was addicted to cocaine for 15 years, and it just about ruined me, you know. I had no control and no discipline in my life, and so, you know, I have kind of centered my ministry around that, or built my ministry around that, the whole recovery thing. And, you know, I try to explain to people that being in recovery is just what it is. You're recovering.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know that you ever recover.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You are
Yes.
always recovering. And it's not just, you know, it's not just people with drugs and alcohol. It's not just, there's sex addictions,
Yes.
food addiction. I had a lady come up to me here the other day, and she is a cook. That's what she does.
Okay.
And makes good money doing it. That's how
Okay.
she pays for her family. But she's got an eating problem.
Okay.
And she said one of the toughest situations for me is that I can't just stop eating.
Yeah.
So she has to bring a balance in what she does
Yes.
and manage that addiction.
Yes.
You know, and I've learned in my life, you know, it's not about being squeaky clean, but it's about every day managing what you're dealing with. It don't matter if it's a
love it.
relationship, it don't matter
That's
if it's
right.
addiction,
That's right.
whatever it
You
is.
said managing.
Managing.
Come on.
Now tell us about what is Recovery Fest?
Recovery Fest is
Yes.
short for Recovery Festival. You
You
know,
just lit up too. When I mentioned that, did you see that?
Well, I felt it when he was telling me
Yeah.
earlier.
because I
about it.
just love
It's
it.
your
I mean,
baby.
it's a baby of mine, and
Yes.
and I'm just so grateful. And I don't talk about it a lot because I'll tear up and go to crying, but it's just amazing because what we do is we bring in addicts from all over the country. You know, some of them are still struggling. Some of them are clean. Some of them are mothers and fathers or sisters or brothers who are in love with somebody, their
Yes.
loved ones that are
Yes.
strung out. They come to get help. And it's awesome because people come in on the mega bus from DC, from New York,
Yes,
some of them are
everywhere.
carpool. I saw
Everywhere.
something the other day where some people were reaching out to some other Facebook followers of mine, don't know each other, but they're hooking up to try
Yes.
to travel together to save money because a lot of these people, they're busted.
Yes.
They've spent all their money on treatment. They've
That's
spent their
right.
money getting out of jail. They've
Yes.
spent
That's right.
The list goes on and on.
Yes.
I actually had somebody, I don't want to take over here, but
We
y'all
want you to
hit,
tell-
y'all hit
tell
a
them.
button.
Go on, they want to hear it.
Well, you know, I had a guy come up to me and he said, you know, because the thing about the people who come to this event, except for my supporters and people who love and believe in my vision, like you, Treva,
Thank you.
that support even financially, that you know, because these people, I'm going to go back to what I was going to say. The guy was like, well, man, let's just raise the money that night. I said, man, you don't understand. You can't get blood out of a turnip.
Wednesdays at My TV 30.